Hey everybody, welcome to Summoner Wars. Now, Summoner Wars, I've mentioned in other videos, is my favorite game, and this is not the first video that's up on my channel, so if you want a more in-depth tutorial of how the game works, I'd point you to either two videos that predate this video. What this video is going to be is it's going to be an exploration of a new faction, a celebration of I love these cards. I absolutely love what Plaid Hat Games does with the many different factions, and this one is the most innovative one yet, the Inventor. So we're going to dip right into it. His abilities read, Master Builder. You may build structures diagonal to this unit, and Forged in Flames. After building a structure adjacent or diagonal to this unit, add 1 damage to each enemy card adjacent to that structure. So what I'm trying to do is set the Inventor up in advantageous positions so that you can really cash in on that ability, dealing free damage. And if you're familiar with the Cloaks, which a lot of you might be, Cloaks really are a very versatile faction. And Vlox, at the end of your summon phase, this unit may target a friendly unit. This unit has the target's abilities until the end of your turn. I'm not really going to go through everything that the Cloaks do. I think I chose this unit to go up against because they're very mobile. And the Inventor is decidedly not, in that a lot of his units kind of plunk down and don't really do much moving unless you manipulate them. So Magcog is a common structure. Reading, once per turn during your attack phase, this unit may target a friendly structure within 2 spaces. Place this adjacent to the target. And Embercog, this card may move. After it moves, add 1 damage. And you're going to start to see this theme or motif through a lot of the units. It damages them in order to move. So this is not the only unit with heavy mobile. In Reach, this unit may attack cards that are diagonal to it up to 2 clear straight spaces away, which, if you're familiar with the game, the melee typically can only attack adjacent, like right next to it, but this allows it effectively to be a ranged unit and to attack diagonally, which not all ranged units can. Most can't. So, not really going to talk through everything that's going on here. I don't even think you have to know everything that they're doing in order to understand and read this game. Just know that you can familiarize yourself with the flavor text of all the cards if you're interested in understanding what's going on my opponent's side. So he's going to deal some damage here. And doesn't manage to do any damage to my Embercog there. So on this turn, what I was thinking is, and Smoke Bomb, target a friendly common or champion within 3 spaces of your summoner. This target cannot be targeted by attacks. So the sniper is protected, and you're going to start to see I'm choosing this game, and this opponent is just the AI. Not as good as a live human who's able to think more deeply about moves. Like, this is a suboptimal play, but really it's just to showcase what I'm able to do with the Forged. So shifting things around, dealing some damage to the Embercog, and this unit comes with a lot of barricades, and so you saw me put this down. Barricade, the structure can be built during your attack phase. So you can do some maneuvering with that. And I'm going to put the Magcog here as protection for my Embercog. I know that the Magcog's probably going to die. So I ended up attacking. And it was important that I kill that Machinist, just because the Machinist, if they're adjacent to you, they can attack twice. So flying through their flavor text. And, not the most eventful turn, but just getting my units into range. And he chooses to move forward with the sniper. Definitely not what you want to do with a sniper. And just dealing more damage. There we go. The Magcog died as suspected. Now, Sprocket. I was able to summon Sprocket, who is my first champion. Heavy mobile. This card may move. After it moves, add 1 damage to it. So we've got heavy mobile again. Turbo. Once per turn during your build phase, you may force this unit, right? And force is different from move. 1 to 3 spaces. So it's able to shift around here. It's got a good amount of health. And it ends up doing a lot of work for me in this game. And the barricade, because I plunked my barricade down, I damaged the sniper. Modular upgrade. Place this card under a friendly structure. It has the ability reconfigure. Once per turn during your attack phase, this card may exchange places with a friendly adjacent structure. So a lot of maneuverability, whereas these structures don't have much maneuverability. A lot of the units, a lot of the event cards allow them to attach equipment that allows them to move. So yeah, just shifting the Sprocket around and dealing some damage here. And they're going to volley back. And I do want to mention here, this game's not completely finished. So towards the end, you're going to see me decision making on my own. But he's just damaging some of my barricades. Okay, and he's building up likely for a champion. And my Magcog, I got another Magcog out there. Now, pulling my Inventor up forward. Embercog, I am going to damage them and move them adjacent. And let's trigger that ability by putting down another structure. And we're going to put the Magcog up to the left here. Now, the reason I put the Magcog there is because I was able to shift around the Sprocket. My plan here is to attack with the Sprocket. And I want to protect its health just because, you know, it's a new toy. I don't want it to get damaged. I want to play around with it and see what it's capable of. So I'm using the Magcog in order to shift over during the attack. Dealing more damage with that Embercog. And killing the Machinist. So this Magcog is just going to eat damage. That's its sole purpose for me right now. And they are able to summon the Admiral, who is my favorite unit from the Cloaks. And Sinsin, so they have 2 champions out already. And notice here, they have that gate, and they could start to flood my board, my side of the board, with a lot of units that can get in my back row, which is like something that the Cloaks typically want to do. And they wind up killing that unit, as expected. Okay, Sentry Cog, which is another fun unit. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, add 1 damage to each enemy unit within 3 clear straight spaces. And so I'm set up to hit the Admiral and the Machinist, and I can also attack during my turn. So I'm putting the Inventor here just to block their gate, and putting my Sprocket there, my Magcog here, just to see if I can kill off the Machinist. Sorry, I actually didn't attack the Machinist. Bit of a misplay on my part. That's alright. Okay, and here comes the attacks. Really, you don't have to know much, again, about what the opponent's doing. It's just going to set up a new board state in order for me to be able to do something new. So, and here it's the beginning of their attack phase, and you saw me damage the Admiral and the Machinist. So that's what we were waiting for. And he winds up killing my gate, which we are totally okay with, in that I can just put another gate right in his face and damage him as that's happening. So you're starting to see that, like, if the opponent's playing an assassination-based playstyle, you can really kite them around and put gates down, and defensively, you're just going to be frustrating in order to attack. I think that, like, this defensive playstyle really, it's how I like to play myself. So it really leans into some of my strengths as a player. And just sending my Sprocket back. And going to damage a couple more things. And I chose to attack with the Ember Cog, just because, and that was unfortunate that the Mag Cog didn't really help out much here, but I'm okay leaving this Machinist alive because the Sentry Cog is going to kill it if it stays within range. And I'm sending this Mag Cog back just because I'm thinking the Ember Cog's probably going to die next round, and I'd rather him die so my Mag Cog can stick around a little longer. And you saw the Mag Cog can move at the beginning of the attack phase or at the end, so there's a lot of maneuverability there. So, you know, typically when you're hiding behind your gates, you're going to feel as though there's like not much real estate to work with, but this Inventor, you see this diagonal line that I've like carved here. He's able to move very quickly and put gates down very quickly, so I'd love to see him against like a very aggressive unit, a very aggressive faction like Ava and the Avian unit. I think the Sky Avian or Sky Spears, I forget what they're called, but I'd love to see how he faces off against them. Blast Forge Cog. You already know what Heavy Mobile is. Shockwave. After this unit attacks and destroys a card, add 1 damage to every other card that was adjacent to the destroyed card. So, cool unit, thematic unit, and great time in order to put him out because the Admiral is already down so low in health. And killing the Admiral does another damage to Vlox. So I've not attacked Vlox once, but I've been able to deal damage indirectly. And I chose to attack with my champion because I knew I wasn't going to kill the gate. Because I actually don't want to kill the gate. And we'll get rid of that bandit. Out of the shadows, yeah, they're shifting around, they're doing stuff. They have all 3 summoners. There's their all 3 champions. Moto Boots, I love Moto Boots. He'll be shifting things around. Okay, dealing some damage to the Blast Forge Cog, and yeah, they're shifting things around. Fortunately, the Blast Forge Cog survived that. But Sinsen is able to switch with Dagger. Neat little trick. That kills the Blast Forge. But they wasted 3 different abilities in order to do that. Or, they spent 3 attacks on that 1 card. Smoke Bomb. Target a friendly common or champion within 3 spaces of your summoner. The target cannot be targeted. So that's why he took such a forward position, is because he knew that Sinsen wasn't going to be able to be damaged, at least for this round. And so on this round, I don't know if I've talked through this champion, the Titan, yet. Again, has Heavy Mobile. Relocate. After this unit moves, it may target an adjacent friendly structure. Place the target adjacent to this unit. So that's going to be some damage to the Titan, which I'm not happy about. The reason that is I wanted to put this coolant, which is place this under a friendly structure. It has +1 life and this ability, prevention. When damage would be added to the card during your turn, instead ignore that damage. So this effectively, the coolant, again, super thematic, allows him to circumvent this heavy mobile. And ideally, I would have had that on this unit, but because the build phase happens after the after the move phase, I'm not able to protect him from that damage. And I put the coolant upgrade under both of my champions, and that's, I think, what's going to determine the effectiveness of this faction is who you decide to modify. So I knew that I wanted to play around with Sprocket, and I gave him 2 events, and that's because I knew that I was going to be able to maneuver him behind gates, so I was okay with that trade-off. And you're seeing me use his ability, which I haven't used much of, but his turbo allows him to be forced in addition to his moving. So now he's super mobile. And going to deal a good amount of damage here to Vlox. Let's see how they reply. Forward march with the Machinist. Vlox is actually going to come very forward. And they're assigning the hand cannon to the Machinist too. Again, suboptimal play in my opinion. I can kill him pretty quickly. So he's going to attack. And he's going to attack again. Yeah, that's fine. Vlox is out of there. So, yeah, a little bit of shiftiness from the Cloaks as per, their style. And turn is mine once again. So I'm pushing this Titan all the way over here. I'm okay leaving the Sentry Cog all the way out here because he's going to create these lanes where anytime they're going to move forward, they're going to have to think about getting damaged by the Sentry Cog. So a really fun unit to be able to place down, but you've got to be strategic about like where you move them. And this barricade is blocking the Sentry Cog and its effects right now, but I'm quite alright with that. And the workshop, friendly adjacent summoners and structure units have +1 strength. So I really like this, especially when you think about the Titan who's able to move structures and the Sprocket who's artificially able to move structures with the modular. I can just boost up their attack with this workshop. Magcog, boom, move him forward. He has 3 hit points instead. He has 3 attack, instead of just the 2, the vanilla 2. So 4 damage, and swinging with 4 because I have that modifier. And the Titan's gonna get a attack in as well. That's not enough to do it. And just barely going to kill Sinsen. And I'm putting Sprocket back in a more defensive position. Yeah, so he's just sending Dagger into just another, basically marching Dagger forward to her death. There goes the Magcock. And I've got another Ember Cog here. I like the fact that I can attack diagonally and not place it in harm's way. Titan, we're going to move the Titan. Just to, again, shift things around. This Sentry Cog is now has the Machinist in its sights. The Inventor able to cash in on the Inventor's ability. And we've got another Sentry Cog. So now, if you notice, the only way they can get to my Summoner, they have to get through my Sentry Cog. So they're just going to be walking straight into the line of fire. So if you can maximize preemptive fire, it's a very intimidating thing to approach. Sentry Cog, again, 4 damage it's attacking with. And we end up killing their other champion. All 3 champions done and dusted. And the machinist, bandit, it doesn't matter what they send at us, right? They're kind of just marching forward to their own death. Yeah, he does a little jumping over that other unit. And Sentry Cog's going to deal some damage. And Bandit only does 1 damage here. Sprocket takes more damage. So Sprocket's not with the most health. That's okay. And here's another Sentry Cog clogging up, a lot of their summoning spots here. That's something that I like to do, is put one of my units in front of one of their summoning spots. Modular upgrade. And Sprocket's just shifting around here. Wind up killing that unit. And likely am going to kill this unit as well. Okay. Yeah, so just a satisfying... Ooh. I think at that point, we are alive. So I've got reconfigure. I could move this unit. We're live here. Yeah, live. Sorry, this took me aback. So I've got reconfigure. I could send Sprocket up. I'm not going to do that because I like the fact that if there's a unit that wants to attack any of these sentry cogs, especially this one, and especially the one that's near my workshop, they're just going to get fired down. So I'm okay not reconfiguring. I only have 3 cards in hand, and I was able to show 3 cards in hand, and I only have 1 card in my draw. I was able to show most things. We're going to see if we can get Helma out. Helma reads, Smeltdown. After this unit attacks an enemy card, it may target a friendly structure within 3 spaces. Place the target on the bottom of its owner's draw pile. So, in my opinion, that's a little bit situational, especially because Helma has heavy mobile. Personally, I just didn't get Helma out. Where is Helma? Did I just discard it? Well, whatever happened to it. Yeah, I think I accidentally discarded it. I was supposed to put it in play, but that's all right. That's the last card. You didn't get to see it in use. And we're just going to do away with the enemy here. So, the only way I could lose is if... And he's only got 1 card in play. So, really, I don't see him mounting an attack on my Inventor. So I think that I'm going to be able to just barge straight through. And yeah, let's see how we want to do this. We can move forward with this. Relocating. Sprocket, yeah, let's move him forward as well. And there's nobody else I want to move. If I move my Ember Cog, he'll get damaged. So, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot I can turbo. Okay, sure. So, got a lot of units, and we can even push this guy forward too, into a more forward position, and let's get 3 attacks in as well. So the first attack and the second. Unfortunate I didn't get through there. And our third attack is going to open up an attack lane. There we go. No more attacks. Can't really reconfigure. So, yes, I'm sure that I'm not going to discard anything. A little bit of Protect the President going on here. Yeah, so I mean, you kind of see how this is gonna end. But let's see. Friendly adjacent summoners and structures have, and I can build this structure. It's an epic. So yeah, we'll see when I can build it. I build it during the build phase. There you go. Yeah, it's a structure. Right, sure. And can I build these structures during the structure phase? I can. Yeah, okay. So I've got a few more tricks up my sleeve. Got a few tricks up my sleeve. So I'm not going to summon them right now. I'm going to push forward here. Just one space because I want to summon something adjacent. And let's march forward with the Titan. We'll piggyback here. And that's all right. I like our position so far. And all that we're going to do is build this workshop right here. Deal a damage. And I could use the turbo here. I'm going to choose not to use the turbo. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's use the turbo. And yeah, I think that's all that I want to do here. We'll get this Magcog in range. And I don't want to reconfigure shifting these two just because I want to be able to get through. Right, if I put that sentry cog where the sprocket is, I won't be able to move anymore. So he's kind of going to be locking me up. Yeah, that's fine. And just backing him into a corner. They're shifting out of the way. He's going to attack my Sprocket. Sprocket's not going to die. I wonder what card they have in their hand. They might not be able to play it. Might be I don't think it can be a champion. I think they used all their champions. And he's going to snipe through to my sentry. Okay. Alright. I like the Sprocket, so let's try to not kill him if we can help it. We'll place him here. And the sentry cog, yeah, we can take some damage to face. We'll move this Titan, relocating. We're gonna move him here and here, and that's gonna allow us to relocate this guy here. And our Inventor can't quite do much. Oh, you know, that's interesting. I forgot about the move that I can do, because I want Sprocket to stay alive. So actually, we're gonna keep Sprocket there. And we'll be able to maybe even get some damage onto his champion. Okay, so let's attack with Sprockets. And we get that sweet bonus damage from the workshop. There's an attack. Titan's gonna take out this gate, at least a little bit. And can I guess I have to reconfigure if I wanted to do that now. Reconfigure, going to attack with this. And I may be misplayed in that I could have used, oh yeah, I can push him all the way forward here. And if I had played it better, I could have gotten 2 attacks on the summoner. But that's okay, because that buys us another round in order to see things happening. Flock's backing into a corner. That means he's just going to take some damage. And yeah, I think this is the end here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to damage him with my Ember Cogs, planting them down with the Inventor. But let's just back him in. Oh, actually, I can't move forward with my Mag Cog, so he still does have a little bit of life, but he might just commit suicide, to be honest. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see if I can kill him this turn. That would be an interesting thing if I was able to. So in order to do that, I would need to attack here. I would need to attack with this. Wow, well that probably means that I can't do anything. I can at least do this, moving this here. And I've got Attract here. It's fine. I like the setup here. Oh, you know what? No. Let's reconfigure. And we'll see what he wants to do. Okay, this is looking like the final turn of the game. Now, can I get my Inventor where I can get an Ember Cog in his face? This is going to be a little puzzle, a little bit of a game to accentuate the game, right? Ember Cogs can also attack up to two clear straight spaces. So I could just move him left, and put them right in front of the Inventor. Yeah, let's see. Sentry Cogs are just kind of cluttering me at this point. Yeah. Let's just do something like this. I think that's the best that I can do here. Maybe we can move this Titan. Yeah, we're gonna move the Titan. Relocating the sentry turret right here. And Sprocket here. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna wait it out. He could kill himself with my sentry turrets, but he'll probably attack me at the very least. I want to attack him with my Ember Cog. I think that would be a satisfying finish. Yeah, okay, so he's down to 1 health. And so we can close out the game here like so. Gonna pull him forward here. And let's see if we can even destroy his gate too, so just total annihilation. Oh no, we probably can't. I am going to summon this Ember Cog, and that's going to kill Vlox. And there you go. The Forged are victorious. So obviously not the most high stress game, but kind of, as an inventor might do, it was fun to tinker around with things. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching.